controversial territory, like the kind of stuff that makes traditional Christian and Muslims really uncomfortable. In Srinagar, Kashmir, in the old quarter of the city, there's this ancient tomb called Rosa. It's not a tourist attraction. Most guidebooks don't even mention it. But if you know where to look, if you ask the right locals, they'll point you towards this unassuming building that's been there for centuries. Local people say it's where Asaf is buried. This foreign prophet who came from the West, taught about compassion and love, and lived peacefully among the Kashmiri people until he died of old age. Now, asaf might not sound familiar to you, but here's the thing. Some scholars suggest it could be a local pronunciation of Jesus the Gatherer, or even Jesus of the Essenes. The tomb itself has some pretty interesting features. There are footprint carvings in the stone, and they show what appears to be crucifixion wounds, nail marks in the feet. Coincidence? Most mainstream historians would say yeah. Obviously, Kashmir has been a crossroads for different cultures and religions for thousands of years. Lots of holy men have passed through. The footprint carvings could represent anyone. But the locals? They've been telling the story for hundreds of years, way before it became internet famous or got picked up by conspiracy theorists and alternative history buffs. The story goes like this. After the crucifixion, Jesus didn't actually die. Maybe he was taken down before death. Maybe he was in some kind of death-like trance that yogis can achieve through breath control. His followers helped him recover, and realizing how dangerous it was for him to stay in Palestine, they helped him escape. Where would he go? Back to the place where he learned the deepest spiritual truths, back to the masters who taught him, back to India. According to this tradition, Jesus made his way to Kashmir, where he lived quietly for many more years as a wise teacher, a healer, someone who'd been through the ultimate test and emerged with even deeper compassion for human suffering. He married, maybe had children, grew old, surrounded by students and friends who loved him as a profoundly awakened human being. When he finally died, a natural death, surrounded by peace, they buried him with the honor due to a great spiritual master. And there are some intriguing details that make you wonder. The age at which Asaf supposedly died matches up to how old Jesus would have been if he had lived a normal lifespan. The teachings attributed to him sound remarkably similar to what we know about Jesus' philosophy. The timeline works. Could Jesus have survived the crucifixion? Could he have made it back east to live out his days quietly as a sage? We'll probably never know for sure. But it's a beautiful story, isn't it? The idea that instead of dying in agony, the teacher of love got to live a full life, continuing to learn and grow and share wisdom until his natural death. Maybe that's the point. Maybe the literal truth matters less than what the story tells us about the nature of spiritual awakening and the universal human search for meaning.